Hello and welcome to Studio 415.
On today's show, you'll get a recap of World Kindness Week.
You'll get to see how the Carroll Rifle Club is preparing for a new season.
And you'll watch students guess what's in the box in this week's Charger Challenge.
All of that and more coming up next.
It's a student-led club, basically, with like little teacher involvement and stuff.
I think it's really important for students to feel like they're loved and valued and that their opinion matters.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take camera 2.
Welcome to Studio 415. I'm Gage Fisher.
And I'm Daisy MACIAS.
2 weeks ago, Carroll shared kindness with teachers, staff members, cancer patients, and administrators during World Kindness Week.
In my story, you'll get to see the people behind these events and how the week impacted students.
Every year, November 13th, tens of thousands of people celebrate World Kindness Day all around the world. Of these participants, a number of them were Carroll High School's own RAACtivists, which stands for Random Acts of Kindness. These students displayed their own way of celebrating the International Day by extending it into Carroll's World Kindness Week. Of this week, one notable activity was held on Wednesday's World Kindness Day. RAACtivists hung up posters with positive messages to promote kindness throughout Carroll, as well as passing out candy to those walking into school. According to RAACtivist sponsor Carrie Weishart, these candy gifts were passed out with the purpose of starting out a Students' Day on a positive note. The RAACtivists hoped that this gesture would carry positivity throughout the day. Weishart also believes that the implementation of World Kindness Week, which has been a tradition at Carroll for the past 6 years, gives students the opportunity to become better people by making a kinder culture at school.
I think it's really important for students to feel like they're loved and valued and that their opinion matters. And so one of the ways we can do that is to promote the culture of kindness. And so my goal has been for the last 6 years, even if we can affect one student with World Kindness Day or World Kindness Week, that's worth it.
To encompass this theme of opportunity, various senior students with the leadership from business teacher Ryan Taylor and Weishart spent several weeks in planning Mix It Up Day, which occurred during World Kindness Week. As students walked into the lunchroom that Thursday, they were greeted by seniors who passed out colorful cards with a number. These cards then corresponded with the table the student was suggested to go to in order to sit with other students they normally would not interact with. New aspects were implemented into this year's Mix It Up Day in order to give students a more engaging and fun experience. Some of those additions being senior DJs Grant Badgley and Gage Ritter, who set the mood throughout the lunch period, colorful decorations from tablecloths to streamers, as well as more preparation of the table leaders and their training to keep conversation going among the unacquainted students. Senior Alex Bracken, who is also the advertising and social media coordinator for Mix It Up Day, expresses that the importance of this event is held in making Carroll a more unified community.
We need to care for the people that don't get a lot of care normally and people that are usually neglected, because I think that we get into our cliques a lot and we like to sit with people that are familiar. And I think that there's just a lot of potential in this school for relationships that isn't being used right now. And I think that if we come together as a community, that makes it better for everyone.
For students like junior Madison Bishop, the opportunity to expand friendships on Mix It Up Day has developed a new outlook on getting to know new people.
I feel like now I know that everyone is easy to talk to and that it's really not hard to go up and start a conversation with someone. And I have like new people now that I know that I've talked to before, so I can branch out from that.
Although students may have experienced nervousness by sitting with unfamiliar people, Weishart encourages those to attempt in overcoming those fears to make a positive change in their community.
Our only obstacle often is ourselves, because we get in the way of making a difference of others because we're scared or we have fear or we don't want to get out of our comfort zone. But ultimately, it ends up being a really big blessing if we just try.
If you would like to join the RAACtivists to continue to make the community a kinder place, please attend their club meetings on Rotation C. For Studio 415, I'm Daisy MACIAS. Practicing up to 4 days a week and playing local and national level competitions, the Carroll Rifle team prepares once again for another season.
I spent an evening with the team to take a deep dive into what the sport is about.
Among many of the clubs and sports at Carroll, one of the less known yet talented group of students could be found nowhere else but at X-Count, practicing for the Carroll High Rifle Team. Starting only several years ago in a barn with primary Bishop Dwenger students, a rifle and sport shooting club began in Fort Wayne. As time went on, one head coach Randy Schreiber and his son expanded upon the club with the addition of Carroll students, and the organization slowly advanced from location to where the team resides now today, at the non-profit rifle building of X-Count. The group had come a long way since its barn range days. to today, where they have moved on from paper targets onto technologically advanced target systems. With this new and improved equipment, head coach Randy Schreiber states that the team has experienced much success in the shooting sport world.
So we've had with both teams, with Bishop Dwenger and with Carroll, we've both been state champs. We've had state champs in both the small bore, air, and there's different categories. So we've been state champions several times.
Schreiber also explains that with this success, he's had many kids attending more prestigious competitions, including nationals in Georgia and as many as 17 qualifying for Junior Olympics in Colorado. The sport typically falls under two types of shooting, being air rifle, used by players called sporters, and small bore rifle, used by more advanced precision players. In competition, the athletes have 10 to 20 shots, receiving up to 10 points per shot. Approach 3 different stances, being standing, kneeling, or prone. Each stance carries high value in technique, where every single movement is detrimental to the outcome of the shot. Carroll precision shooter Bremen Butler puts into perspective how precise players must be with the size of the target.
To give you an idea, is the entire target, the bullseye on it, is if you take a ballpoint pen and you drop it, that's the center of our target. And the bullseye on our target is if you had a lifesaver and you shot directly through it without hitting the ring of the lightsaber, that's the bullseye.
All of these skills could not be performed without practice, with the sporters practicing twice and the precision shooters practicing up to 4 times a week for their season spanning from late November to March the next year. With lots of traveling and practicing, the team develops close-knit bonds along with their journey. However, by the end of the day, shooting is an individual-based sport, with each player having the end goal of self-improvement, with the sport being more than a mental game than anything else.
Rifle is very much a mental game. You train your body to basically do the physical aspects of shooting the different positions and stuff, but it really, what it boils down to is the mental aspect of the game and controlling your heart rate, controlling, like your emotions.
With their competition season starting now and the focus of the group at attention, Carroll's rifle team prepares for another period of sport.
The Carroll Rifle Team's next precision tournament is on December 5th against Concordia High School. If you have any questions or interest about the sport, feel free to ask any of the students on the team or email Randy Schreiber at randy_schreiber@yahoo.com. For Studio 415, I'm Gage Fisher. It is easy to be critical about the job that our government is doing.
One club at Carroll is giving students the opportunity to try their hand at this difficult job. Studio 415 reporter Jacob Newland has more in this week's Spotlight.
The Mock Government Club was created by a group of friends who wanted to make a hypothetical government that is involved in things like trade, defense, and international relations. Club leader Edwin Ng wants the club to be a student-driven experience.
It's a student-led club, basically, with like little teacher involvement and stuff. So basically the purpose of it is just like do government-ish things and do like some taxes and forms and stuff like that, and then basically feel what a real government is like.
Students in groups of 3 work to form a government, with each person taking a different role, such as being the head of state or ambassador to the United Nations. The number of governments continues to grow, adding complexity to club meetings and the group dynamic. If you'd like to get involved, grab some friends and join the Mock Government Club next semester in Mrs. Cox's room, D19, in the CFC. The club meets on the B rotation and is open for all students. For Studio 415, I'm Jacob Newland.
From government to games, the next new club in our spotlight is the Magic the Gathering Club.
The focus of this club is to develop your deck of cards to beat an opponent. Studio 415 reporter Jacob Inman brings you this report.
There are a ton of clubs hosted here at Carroll. However, a club many students may not even know exists is the Magic the Gathering Club. The club meets every week after school to play the card game Magic the Gathering. The club sponsor, Lionel Zhao, feels the club is not only a fun way for students to interact, but it's also a great activity for enriching the mind.
We keep it very casual here. No one gets like very competitive, I think, at least not yet. So it's just a fun way to sort of engage your brain in something that, while it's not like directly school related, it does, stimulate a lot of sort of math thinking skills and like planning and strategy, and some people find that really enjoyable.
There are no requirements for joining the club. Whether you have experience playing strategy card games or not, Zhao and the rest of the club members can teach you the basics so you can jump in and have fun. If you're interested in joining the Magic Club, they meet every Wednesday in room 108. For Studio 415, I'm Jacob Inman.
Some high schoolers have jobs in various areas, but many do not have the opportunity to work in their family's company.
Studio 415 reporter Matt Bryce had the chance to speak with a Carroll student who works in his father's unique business.
It's rare to hear about a high schooler who operates heavy machinery. I had a chance to talk to sophomore John Gross about working in his father's excavating business. Here's his story.
John Gross may seem like an average Carroll sophomore, however, he's not. John and his dad started flat rock trucking and excavating 5 years ago. But excavating has been running in his blood way before the company was founded. John has always had a passion for excavating, since he has been doing it since he was about 5 years old. With the guidance of his dad, he hopes to join him in working full-time for the company after high school. Excavating may seem like an easy job, but for John it is very time-consuming. Every day during the school week, he goes straight to work after he finishes school and works throughout the night. With fitting in schoolwork and his job, he finds ways to make it work. He explains his average day working for his family company.
Average day is I go to school, and then after school, right, we get off at 4. I go work with my dad till about 9:30 at night. Just basically that. You just move dirt or whatever the customer wants you do. It's really fun though. I love working with my dad.
But John doesn't just love working for the money. He also loves the job because of the people around him. His dad has brought him under his wing and has taught John everything he knows. He tells us more about his dad and him starting the family business together 5 years ago.
But it's me and my dad. I'm 16 years old, and my dad, we work together. We started the business about 5 years ago. That's what we do.
For John and his dad, starting a business takes a lot of time and determination. For Studio 415, I'm Matt Bryce.
It is the final week of regular Charger Challenges before the season finale next week.
Let's send it out to the Charger Challenge guys for their version of What's in the Box.
Welcome to week 11 of the Charger Challenge. I'm your host, Daniel LaRUE, and today we have 3 contestants playing What's in the Box, all to win the Studio 415 Cup.
I'm McKenna Feely. I'm a sophomore, and I'm going to win this challenge because my name's not Reagan.
My name's Reagan. I'm a sophomore, and I'm going to win this challenge because I'm the better Reagan.
I'm Reagan Lepper. I'm a sophomore, and I'm going to win because I'm the best Reagan.
Something simple to start off. You gotta guess what it is.
Is it like one of those, like, oh, it's a pumpkin.
Yeah.
A pumpkin.
Wait.
That could have been alive and you just slamming it.
Yeah, well, it didn't seem alive. It's very light, you know? It has like a, okay, it's a pumpkin. Is it a pumpkin? Oh yeah, is it a turtle?
Yes.
You can...
Oh my goodness.
What do you think it is? Like, talk through your process.
I think it's a turtle because I can feel its shell.
Wait, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, wait, did it just move? Is it a turtle? Okay. Oh! Okay, it's a bowl of water. Water. It's just water. I can't, wait, can I reach it? Yeah. Why? Is it a fish? Okay, so it's like glass, and it's oh, is it like a wrap, like a bunny?
Thought process.
It's glass.
Really?
I can hear it. I think.
It is.
I just
an
said
elephant.
mug.
Oh my gosh, what? Is this food? Like, is this peanut butter?
Yes.
Yeah?
Gosh.
It's a spoonful of peanut butter, I think.
Ew!
What do you think it
No, it's food, right?
What do you think it is?
Like peanut butter? Is it peanut butter?
It's, you guys are both gonna put an arm in, and first one to guess what it is gonna win.
Yeah. You have to guess exactly on this one. Okay, this is probably the coolest one yet.
Put your hand in. Oh,
And go.
It's the cup! It's the cup! It's the cup!
I said it first.
Is it the Studio 415 cup?
That's
She wins!
No!
Yeah, she won. She said it first.
Yeah, you said the whole thing first.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
Same
Yes,
thing.
sir.
It's just a cup.
I said it specifically.
Reagan has now won the Studio 415 Cup. How do you feel?
I feel like the best Reagan, not gonna lie.
And how do you guys feel?
Disappointed.
Next week, you will see the Season 1 finale of the Charger Challenge.
Featuring all your favorite winners from past weeks.
See you next week, Carroll. Charger Challenge.
Now we move on to sports.
Studio 415 reporter Brandon Wynn joins us in the studio with a report on Carroll Athletics.
Thanks, Gage and Daisy. The Lady Chargers are off to a 5-1 start to their season and played Northrop back on November 22nd. A couple of quick passes find Jasmine Anderson open for a three-pointer. Anderson had 10 points. Later, Taylor Fordyce finds Lane Sheets for an open jumper. Sheets finished with 6. Jasmine Anderson gets a tough rebound, and on the other end, Taylor Fordyce gets the layup to go. The Chargers win 77-46, and their next game is this Friday at Homestead. That's all we have for sports. Now back to the desk.
That's all we have for today. Thanks for watching.
If there is a story that you'd like us to cover, please send an email to Mr. Johnston.
If there's an event you'd like covered, please tell us in advance.
For all of us here at Studio 415, have a great week, Carol.